There's no place like Concordia. There's no place like Concordia. This week on The Hapless Heroes.
You ever need to talk? I'll pretend to listen because I know that's what you want.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. I'm Francesco, and I continue to be your host and DM for this sort of, I guess, the tail end of an adventure, we may call it. Before we see what that tail looked like, I'm going to go ahead and introduce a cast and see what they look like, starting my virtual left with Dave as March.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzboar.
I can't even scratch my back, let alone look at my tail.
Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
I did not leave enough lesson plans to go all the way to Concordia.
Sebastian as Choom Daloom.
I have been informed that I must apologize about the previous statements I made on this podcast. I did not mean to say. What? Again?
And Lewis as Lev Zangief.
My name is Lev, and I.
Yes!
The censor, aka me, is going to have a great time with all of this. Anyway, weird bleeps aside, last week on the show, you all learned a lot of things about what home meant to you. We all learned a lot of things about what home meant to you as you allowed this alien man named Florthak, Starborn people, probe your minds with your consent. To explore what home means to you, and with the hopes that maybe, using the information you show him, that he may help you figure out exactly what direction it's in, or just kind of where you came from, because no one else that you've met so far in your time out here in the wider, we'll call it quote unquote galaxy, this cluster of systems, in the astral sea.
Galaxy?
Yeah. Has really had any idea of what this place is that you've come from. And so you've heard a lot of stuff about how you come from a apparently very magical world. You heard something about a new rift being opened, as Choom showed the images of you essentially crossing into the sea for your first time, being blasted off in the Cosmos Concordia, now Casa Concordia, also formerly known as Connie.
Yeah, it's for the plot.
And March, had a bit of a emotional moment and needed to take a breather, as there were some things revealed about this device you carry that has a memory, we'll call it maybe. I'm not sure what maybe March, thinks of it, or what adjective or noun he would use to describe what this device is that contain, or what it contains. But he was warned that there was a darkness surrounding it, an area of his mind that feels like it has been erased, an area he cannot access with his psionic abilities, that he's used on everybody else. There is something with this thing that your soul has been promised to. Is shielding your mind from anyone who wishes to know more about its connection to you. And so we all kind of left off on a bittersweet note, as we all just took a moment, maybe had some emotional moments for ourselves. Lev, reliving some of the experiences of his life with his family, and Glorp even just, trying to recall all the things that they learned and the things that they taught, the children of Concordia Prime about outer space and other things like that. Brew choosing not to have his mind read, but instead just, tell a story about, how he decided to make a change for himself in his life and just dedicate his life to travel, adventure, new experiences, meeting new people, and from what we can tell, just living in the moment, as crazy as these moments have been. So we bring ourselves back now into the jungle, into this, dense forest where this reliquary building sits half buried in the earth. And, maybe March goes out for a smoke or something. And, you all reconvene after some minutes or whatever, however long you need to just collect your thoughts, collect yourselves, because Florthak was going to try to help you figure out how to get home. So we open into this sort of, again, very, I guess, a somewhat emotionally tense scene. So we get zoom back in on all of you. Florthak waits patiently as, he understands that there's been a lot to process. But he moves over to this spinning, it's like, like these sort of spinning discs that make up almost like a spherical shape as they all rotate and rotate around each other in the center of the room, in this light, this pillar of light that shines through it. He begins to wave his fingers around it. And he just says, "When you are ready, I will show you where I believe this rift is opened to allow your home system to enter into this galaxy, as we commonly refer to these clusters of systems. These events happen every so often. Do not know the Watcher who sends us these visions has not given us the knowledge of how or why or where these worlds come from. But many do not stay for long. There are many that appear and are only fleeting, disappearing back to wherever they came from, and others permanent. These are the ones that you have witnessed some of. The worlds that house the many denizens of this galaxy.
So they all just
pocket.
Showed up too one day?
This is what we were told by the gods when my people met them millennia ago, back when they still interfered in the affairs of mortals.
Yeah, like that would happen.
Yes, gods have since had a much more hands-off approach, as history unfortunately is filled with too many events of the gods meddling in mortal affairs and making a real mess of things, and the Lord Rael knew this. And so they left to watch their creation unfold on its own. You, like I said, you yourselves are true creations of the gods. Almost feels like, and this is... You see another wry smile cross his face. Speculation. But it almost feels like your worlds were an experiment as the gods reforged the universe. Many beings took shape, many different, images of what gods imagined, life to be. We are but the projections of the ideals and ideas of those who reforged our universe so many millennia ago. Embrace your uniqueness. It's beautiful.
Can you write those directions down for us, or are we gonna have to remember that?
You see as he's moving his hands across this like astrolabe that this image sort of projects into this like, sort of 360-degree view around you, right? Like, and it's sort of the map as you know it of like the different systems that are, exist in this cluster, like these wild space systems that exist in this cluster of systems in the astral sea, right? In this sector you exist in the vast, infinite expanse of the sea. And down, not far from, let me pull up the map. I did have this actually marked, but far off into if you're looking at our sea chart, right, and well, I guess what I'll call it is the southeast sort of quadrant, right, far off into the corner there. I have it labeled, right, a 101, a 110, like they're kind of labeled 1 to 10 or 12 or whatever, up and down. This would be 1102. That little hex there.
Oh.
You can see there is just this shimmering sort of like, rift there that appears, spherical as many of these others do, right? Most of these wild space systems are just sort of these almost like bubbles that exist in the sea. These pockets of material plane, essentially. Fragments, pieces, are what these wild space systems are, really.
Is that, like, bro, is that really fucking far away? We reading this
far.
right?
That's pretty far.
I guess it's what you constitute as far away.
How many weeks in astral space is this gonna take us?
A while. A very long while.
We're gonna need more.
At least 5 weeks.
What if I dump? I mean, this is kind of a dumb plan, but if I dump the rest of the phlogiston we have, I might be able to shorten that. But, it would be experimental. If you catch my drift.
Percival, who did follow you in here but was kind of silent last episode as he just took in all the crazy shit that you guys, were going through, does finally chime in and says, not for anything, but we're also kind of missing, one of our companions, and it'd be kind of, I don't know, weird if we went home without him. Did Jim even want to go home?
I honestly haven't talked to
Wasn't
him
he supposed
about
to
it.
go on a vacation?
I think that's
At
what
the
he
start of all
said.
this anyway?
Has he been in touch with any of yous? Like, I sent him
No,
texts.
and I was starting to get a little concerned about that, but I didn't want to say anything.
Well, what do you
I
want to
figured
do?
we were dealing with all this stuff, but yeah, we haven't really heard back from him if we managed to sell anything or what's the outcome of wherever the hell he went.
Jim kind of looks
he
back.
only sent one of you some emojis like $signs and other things, and just I went off to do something.
Jim kind of for the first time, taking it kind of seriously. See him re-stroking his little monkey chin beard, barely 3 hairs. Well, I think the real questions are, he kind of looks up when Lev wants to get back to his kids and points to March. If March is truly on board with this, coming with us.
Told you, I'm in it till the end.
Fuck yeah, buddy. And if you ever need to talk, I'll pretend to listen, because I know that's what you want.
He pats his chest.
Yeah, I like that.
Anyway,
Two pats over the heart. Yeah.
Anyway, why are you guys getting weird? Come on.
Oh,
That
we're getting
means-
a little emotional with each other last episode or so.
Lev.
Nice. I like it. We're opening up.
Are we? I mean, Jam Jam's one of us, but he has voiced his opinion about not really wanting to leave. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I feel the same. I feel like my home has kind of been out here. But there's no way that we're going to keep you for your kids any longer than we have to. Now, this plan is half-cocked, and it might kill us all. But, hey, so is every plan that we've made since we've been out here. And we can get you home fast. But we have to stop for Jam Jam, or... Catch my drift?
Yeah, did he ever actually give anybody a location of where he was by any chance?
Kind of look over at Marge, give him like a little smirk, like, kind of confident that we might be able to track him down.
I'll figure some things out.
They wouldn't have just tried to call him or something?
Multiple times in the middle of the night, often half a bottle of whiskey. But yeah, no answer.
No, okay. We're not just like a little concerned about that.
I mean,
If it was anybody but Jam Jam, maybe.
couldn't have said it better myself. So what do you guys want to do? Is the next step in our little adventure here, go find Jam Jam? Or
It wouldn't be right if we didn't.
Listen, friends, that is very kind of you to want to go back despite things. I would say that surely you would understand that if you didn't want to go back, I understand that too. And I would find whatever means of transportation I could now with this new information on my own path, if that was to be the case. So don't think that you are holding me back, or I don't want to hold you back, I guess is a better way to put it, from what your goals are. But I do appreciate your support in what you have said today.
I mean, not for anything left, but I want to go home too, bud.
Oh.
So,
I mean, maybe
also
everyone might not want to stay, but I think everyone wants to get there.
Just think about like all of the information we can share, the amount of technology that we've been exposed to, the things that we've seen. Our people deserve to know this. We could be the ones to introduce them to the idea, and you see that Percival starts hyperventilating a little bit as he's starting to feel the pressure now of just like what that means a little bit. You know, he's like, you literally see him start to hyperventilate.
You're gonna be okay. And mostly because we're not gonna leave a quest marker unlocked, bro. He said we would help you get home, and that's what I'm here to do. So, I made my peace with it when we left.
I mean, going home is still an adventure, right?
You're damn
I mean,
right.
we got to make sure it's still there, you know.
Yeah, that's true. The pending doom to our home does kind of increase the urgency.
Right. Fingerman did say it was...
well, that, and I mean, we left the incompetent fucks back there on the planet. They might have lost it for all we know.
Also true. Well, I guess we gotta do one last thing, and I can boost the march with your help. You could probably boost the signal and just send out a beacon. Now, conveniently, this gives two possible outcomes. Maybe Jam Jam hears us and gets a hold of us, or hopefully somebody else doesn't hear us and get a hold of us. It's crazy, but we're gonna find Jam Jam and find him soon. It's the only way I can think to do this.
Ah, yes, this seeker, as you know them. I have not foreseen anything about this entity. I have not received any visions. However, I may assist you in boosting some sort of signal from these magical communication devices you seem to cling to. Again, no flash photography.
Hey.
If you wish to make a call, my wards, I can lift, a section of my wards as I have restored them now. to allow communication out. Would you need to make a call?
Well, he just walked in, so
yeah,
what do you
give me about
want?
15 minutes. March just like bunny hop and sprints back to the ship, and within about 10 minutes he's coming back with like 2 bags over his shoulder, like
Sure, yeah.
Like, all right. In about 10 minutes, the bootstraps a pretty decent looking communications array.
So after some time, right, your equipment gets set up, March, and Florthak is ready to assist with the signal boosting. You can see that even like the ceiling of this reliquary begins to part in the center, like from the very center, and you can see the night sky now above you and the canopy of the trees that have sort of parted, and this beam of light is just shooting out. I hope this does not call too much attention. Please make your communication as brief as possible.
Wait, who's doing it? I mean, who's calling? What are we doing?
I
don't know.
I gotta operate the equipment, so one of you's gonna have to do the talking.
Oh, I'll help. I can take a phone call.
But he said quick, Glorp, no offense.
Yeah, I should make this phone call.
I didn't say it this time, Percival said.
Like March
All right.
puts some earbuds in, and he's like looking at another small screen,
Holding like an analog antenna type thing.
He's got that, but he's also got like there's a very large, what looks like a blown up combination lock knob, and he's tapping his foot like in a very steady beat. And every fourth one, he's just kind of twisting it to what looks like a random number.
Okay. Well, because this is going to have to go a long way depending on how far he's went.
Right.
He's gone. So
Yeah, he's just
I'll do it.
signaled like kind of like signal
love it.
jumping it like Bluetooth would for
who tries to call Jam Jam?
Yeah, Troom hops on the thing, just like, fuck it. I actually got an idea that might catch his attention if he's being a little emo out there. Are you ready?
Yeah, I mean, you dial his number.
I got it on speed dial.
Okay.
It's just a penguin emoji.
You hear that, like the sound when there's like that interference and like the click, 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 like that like cell interference type sound. Like there's this like almost like you're getting some kind of interference as you can hear the ringtone, come through, right? And it rings a few times,
Slaps the top.
and then a voice answers, but it's not Jam Jam's. Here, hello. Is this Jim? That's what the caller ID says. Hey, can you hear me?
Who the fuck is
Hello?
this?
Hello?
Hello?
It's Tank. It's Tank.
Tank who?
Tank. It's okay.
Why do you
Are
have
a
Jam
friend of-
Jam's phone?
You a friend of Jam Jam's? You a friend of Jam Jam?
Yeah. Oh, I remember who you are now. Why do you have Jam Jam's phone?
He is indisposed at the moment, and gave me his phone as he has expressly
I look at March while he's doing this.
stated that he does not want to be contacted.
Yeah. No, keep talking. That's
sorry.
great.
Okay, so
Got it.
we are at the Gabbiani, if you're familiar.
I look at Brew. Yeah. Yeah, we know exactly what that is.
No, it like March is indicating.
March is
he knows
gesturing
exactly
like yes,
what we're
yes,
talking
yes.
about.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We know. Yeah, we know exactly where that is. I
And
remember.
okay, so listen. Turns out we might have struck gold. With the deal, right? The deal. You know what I'm saying? Would not like to discuss the further details of the. You understand how this works,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay. So why is Jam Jam not
but-
telling us this?
Well, there's been some complications as far as how to process. The stuff was a lot rarer, I guess, than we thought, and so we just need some time. That's all. We just need a little time.
Does this sound as bullshit as it sounds?
Make an insight check.
All right. Not bad at all. Insight. It's 2. That is a dirty, filthy 17.
Oh, it's so dirty.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can sense a nervousness in Tink's voice. He's clearly trying to dance around something. Like he's not, like he's telling you what's, like you could tell that he's trying to tell you what's happening, but
right.
like he you could tell that he almost feels like he has to hide something.
All right.
He can't tell you everything that maybe he wants to tell you right now.
Choom's entire demeanor kind of changes. That nervous hunch forward that he always has kind of relaxes as he strokes out his little tiny chin hairs. And you just see him morph into like New York City Italian style. Just, all right. Listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come pick you up, and we're going to do that deal. We're going to do it good. We're going to do it quiet. All right? Just wait for my call.
No. Wait, no. I don't like what you're suggesting here. No,
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
I know what you want.
There's no. I don't
We're gonna
think
be
that
right
you
there.
think. I don't think that you think
And
that you think
it's
what you
just
think.
you, too. No one else. We don't care about it. Just you. You are our contact. You are our sole source of information. And we cannot wait to see you.
It would be.
Good luck.
It would.
Hangs up.
No.
We got the location, right?
Yeah. No, don't worry. They advertise it on like every station that's ever broadcast, like anywhere. Don't worry.
All right.
We know where the Gabbiani is. I'd
Guys,
rather not know where it is.
I don't know. Don't ask how I know this, but Tink is up to something. And if Tink is answering Jam Jam's phone, where I'm from, that usually means that he's not our friend anymore.
Well,
So if we want to know what happened to Jam Jam, we got to go find out.
well, I mean that, or they're doing it.
Well, I hope so.
I mean,
I
I
hope
don't know
that's
the
the
judge,
case.
but that's the other reason somebody would answer somebody's cell phone.
I mean, you're actually not wrong. Ship it. Hashtag Jam Jam Tink. Jam Tink.
Hashtag ship it.
But how far away is it, Rue, from here to this place that I've never heard of? Because you all kept it from me because you know I'd have a gambling problem.
Yeah, Bruce
Well, that's the
been.
thing, isn't it, March?
Yeah, so let's see. Where would we put it?
Well, I think that something like the Gabbiani can't stay still.
Oh, absolutely not. But it has to make its location known. It's Vegas in space.
That is true.
So
Okay.
I imagine Space Vegas kind of takes a circuitous route, like in these systems right around Astral Tech. Like it won't go into an Astral Tech system, but it wants to be on the core. So it
wants to be near where a lot of the people with the money are.
Yeah, so it
Son
just sort of
of a-
orbits right around the outside of that.
Okay.
Son of a-
So that's where it would be.
Yeah.
Right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
no,
not good.
I mean, I could, starts typing some stuff in. Yeah, it's probably scheduled to come out of the Marion cluster within about a week or so.
Sorry, now I have to look at the map.
Would anyone else like to make a history check to see what you know about the Gabbiani?
Oh, it's not
Sure.
far. It's not far at all.
Always.
I'm going to say I don't know anything.
I love
because
this is my
told
favorite
you
part of the game.
be a problem.
Oh, yikes. A 13. Raw 13.
Raw 13. Anyone better than a 13?
No, I'm sorry, bear with me here.
March, you can go ahead and make a history check as well. I'll let you
Yeah.
do it with advantage since, again, you are a galactic citizen, we'll call it.
I did roll a nat 20 with a -1.
Oh my God. So we will honor the nat 20, Brew.
And I just feel like
Okay. That's
better than me.
I need this moment after the last couple of episodes of like constant nat 1s. So like I'm actually very proud
I
of the
love this
fact
for
that
you,
it
Michael.
finally rolled something of substance.
Let's go.
Okay, well then there is information I will give to you specifically.
Okay.
And then information I will give to anyone above a 15.
Oh, I actually rolled a nat 1, so I'm pretty sure that this is talking about Dolce and Gabbiani, the brand name where the one student from my class got that purse.
Dolce and Gabbiani. Oh, God.
So
I know where that is.
March, did you get better than a 15?
Yes, I got a 10 plus 6 was a 16.
So, I mean, I know you, as the person who wrote this location, know enough about it.
Yeah,
However,
Stave the player and March the character are not
March
the same.
March the character at least knows that. I mean, it's obviously it is Space Vegas. It is a casino ship, but like I mean, of gigantic proportions.
Yeah, if you blew if you blew a riverboat casino up to the size of Las Vegas.
Of the big Vegas Strip and then some, right? It's like it is essentially a floating city. It is, it tends every now and again to moor itself in some sort of ungoverned pocket of real space. You know, March, that they do maintain some kind of agreements, and it's probably just a lot of money that they give out to all the different major factions to essentially allow them to, on occasion, right, moor themselves, so to speak, in some of the DMZ systems that are otherwise unoccupied.
Yeah.
But otherwise, this casino is also floating through the astral sea because there are people who, are comfortable being out in the sea for a period of time, and you also know that there's a lot of reasons why they may also operate both in quote unquote real space and also the astral sea. Brew, you were actually warned about this place in your time with the Mystic Order of Wanderers.
Okay.
Like. It is a den of sin, as they say.
Oh, absolutely.
Not only is this a, essentially ultra luxurious resort and like has many casinos and other things like that, but there are many other, we'll call them hedonistic pursuits that take place here. A lot of shady activities, legal, illegal, sovereign affairs. Like there's a lot of important people that meet here. There are even services that are offered to the ultra rich where because of the amount of time that they spend also traveling between systems in the astral sea, of life elongating type services where, you can rent a room on the Gabbiani, for long-term stays in the astral sea to, maybe just slow down your biological aging process, right? In the lap of luxury, no less. For those who wish to live longer than their bodies will allow them to naturally do if they spent all of their time in the material plane.
You live as long as your bank account allows.
You also know that it is overseen by an individual named Claude Montrose. Who has effectively been in charge of all of the affairs there for the last 150 years.
Okay.
You know that they take debts very seriously. That and that for those who cannot pay with money, effectively end up, working off their debt for a while. In fact, many of the people who work, for the Gabbiani as their dealers or other folks are probably those who are paying off sometimes lifelong debts because they tried to push their luck too much. But yet, there has been no revolts. There have been no, it has operated in its current state for a long time. It's just, Claude has sort of overseen operations now for, again, about the last 150 years. A lot of high-profile people spend time here, and there are many more that maybe aren't as high-profile, but still, ultra-wealthy or, that of some kind of status that, spend their time here, whether it's, again, for legal or illegal means. Jam Jam is in some sort of trouble with these folks This could be like he could be in a lot of trouble if he decided to maybe do a little too much gambling with whatever money maybe that he made with selling that stabilized phlogiston you guys
Jam wouldn't do that to us. He wouldn't gamble away the money we made so that he could bring it back. Right, guys?
Never.
Wouldn't he?
Percy, shame on you.
How well do you know the guy?
Percy!
Okay, I'm sorry. No, you're right. I shouldn't assume these things.
Wait.
I mean,
hold
he
on a
did
second.
tell you. I mean, he didn't text me that he was going anywhere or send me any dollar signs or anything like that. He didn't send it to the group chat, so I don't.
If this fancy place, that brew definitely was the one that explained it to us just now. Because he knew it. Does this place, have, beaches?
I mean, brew. Yeah, you've seen the brochures too. Like this. I mean, the luxury resorts have all manner of different ways to essentially craft your ideal environment. Again, a vast number of species exist in this universe, and all of them have different needs, environmental needs, we'll say. So all of their VIP rooms and things like that are handcrafted to whatever the guests' personal tastes are.
I've also watched a couple episodes of that CSI Gabbiani, and it was riveting.
But beaches, yes.
Fuck, I can imagine a reality or a fake reality show that's filmed there too.
Oh,
They got the rights to film there. The Gabbiani just made a bunch of money from that too.
I just assumed that that's what was happening.
I love it. Yeah.
The Real Housewives of Gabbiani.
If there's beaches there, then I would like to change my earlier statement. There's a chance Jam might just...
Yeah. You also know, because we haven't written this, but I will write it down in our OneNote. It is named after, its namesake is from Enrico Gabbiani, who was the, founder of this Cino ship.
Oh, shit.
I'll give you that for the Nat 20.
that was you got the whole wiki page, bro.
Well, listen, I mean, he may not be the brightest bulb in the pack, right? Light bulbs come in packs. Okay.
Yep.
But he's seen all the pictures. He knows he knows how to infer things from what he sees.
Well, look at Lev. Mind stopping to knock some heads together before we head back? Maybe get Jam out of it. Jam.
I would have it no other way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nice. All right. Hops in cockpit.
Whoa! You're back. You're not at the ship yet.
Oh yeah,
you're still in the
I would run
reliquary.
towards the ship.
Run towards the ship. Okay. The ceiling closes in the reliquary. The Guardian, finishes his channeling and looks to you and says, "Remember our time together, my new friends. Thank you for what you have done for me and my people. I hope that you are able to find your friend and find your way home. And just remember that, should galactic calamity be on the horizon, expect my people to show up and aid us. Stand with us, should the time come. And you will be venerated as heroes for eternity."
We're about to go do some not so heroic shit right now. That's kind of... All right, man. You see Chum water.
But then he says, again, he just continues to monologue at you. "But within your heart, Chum, beats the soul of a hero."
He is in the middle of pulling out the tiniest little black book you've ever seen. He looks you in the eyes, goes, "Okay," opens it and writes, "Log. 6 out of 10. We'll do it again." He puts it back. "I'll remember you, bud."
I bid you farewell, and please do not encourage any others to come to this place. It may be time for me to finally relocate this reliquary, as it doesn't appear to be as hidden away anymore as it used to be.
Glorp's bones just weirdly make a noise at that moment.
Thank you, Nicole.
No problem.
You head back to the ship. You see that that jet black like ship that that the Dr. Rezakazeth had flown in here is gone. But yours is still there. It's locked up. Percival did lock it up before he rushed to you.
I know we're all excited to go and gamble save Jam Jam. But should probably stop at the store first. So anywhere in this game,
I did get a couple supplies, I did restock us on the coffee. No, I'm not going to have one of those incidents again.
Yeah, probably going to need more than that.
We don't need to eat if we're just in the sea, you know what I mean? It'll be fine.
But also, according to the...
I don't know. We didn't get run out of the last town at least, so we probably could go restock up at Hearthglade or whatever before we head out of here.
Yeah.
You don't think we're going to have any run-ins with those pirates, right?
I'm going to buy some weapons, is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mostly.
March
the food's
perks up
cool.
a little bit hearing that.
But that's what I'm kind of getting at here. We're headed into the den of the beast according to the Brew Wiki. And it seems like we're going to need some more firepower before we go in there.
All right. I feel like I saw a whole lot of firearms at that last settlement we were in, but there's probably something. Sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. And in my eyes, we just saved a shit ton of gold because we don't owe the he's wrapped in a jar. so that's great.
Well, then I will say that you get together, you gather in the ship, you fly back to the settlement of Hearthglade. The sheriff does greet you again.
Hey, how's it going?
As you arrive. So you came back in one piece, everything all right?
Yeah, I actually have good news. I point at us proudly. We took care of that problem for you. That creepy place that everyone keeps going to die. Gonna be gone soon, so you're welcome.
Wait, you went into them ruins?
Didn't you know that? Didn't you tell us it was a bad idea like 4 times?
I did. I just didn't think you'd actually gone and done it. I don't know. There's other places to visit on this little moon. I wasn't sure. We weren't. I didn't put no tracking device on your ship or nothing.
Well, that's nice. So at least I think maybe, around on you or something just for the returned heroes of. Leans into March. Fuck's this place called again?
That's a good question.
Hearthglade, Elmer's Rest.
Oh, yeah. I know it is Hearthglade.
Hearthrest, Elmer's Glade.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Elmer's Glue. That's it.
Right. So if you could point us in the direction of your nearest tavern, bar, or I don't know what drugs are on this planet, but I could use some of that too.
Well, we just get what's been traded, so you can head down to the market. We got plenty of places to go visit. I think, we got Bourbon Bonds. It's a nice place to get to dessert and something to drink. We got.
Do you own shares in that restaurant or something? You bring it up a lot.
This is the first time I've said it as him, but. And some other places. There's plenty of local watering holes if that's all you're trying to do. Do you have any sort of proof that you dealt with that whole situation? Or?
Yeah, just go look at it.
Come to think of it, I did see a bright light coming out from them trees in the distance.
Sounds like you just answered your own question. I love when you do that.
Yeah, why not? Tell him it's on the sheriff.
You will not regret this.
He points you to, I don't know, just some local watering hole. It is, we'll call it the Hearth Street Pub.
Yeah. Sounds like the kind of place we won't get kicked out of.
Yeah. And March to like kind of look.
It's like got all like the so it's got like all the neon signs inside of all the different like alcohol like like logos or other things like that. It's got like the mirrors and the dartboards. This is your like typical stereotypical pub.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry, Nicole, I don't mean to bring back any IRL.
Yeah.
You know.
That's okay.
There's some mood music playing in the corner, so
there's a jukebox.
Yeah. Like as we're walking to there, like or as we leave, March just kind of turns to the sheriff. No, you really won't regret this decision. I mean, look at the guy. Like, was he going to rack up a tab of like 65 cents before he blacks out from alcohol poisoning?
You know me so well, baby.
He chuckles. He says, "Go on." Yeah, I mean, a round is essentially purchased.
I would burst in immediately and be like,
"Sheriff,
yeah, baby, first round's on us!" And to anyone who's around,
you know what? Yeah, give me a charisma check of your choice.
A charisma check of my choice. Oh fuck.
Intimidation.
Honestly, if you can sell me on why that would be intimidation, I will take it.
I'm gonna do performance.
Okay. What is a performance about this?
Trying to hype everybody. I'm trying to get everyone excited about the fact that we're here right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they have no idea who you are.
Dirty 11?
A dirty 11. I mean, a few people hear you. There's a lot of folks in here. It's loud. The music is like kind of drowning out a lot of the conversation, right? Like the speakers are on just a little too loud. You know what I'm saying? And so like a few people hear you. They're just like, "Who the fuck are you, man?"
He's still just got his hands up, just like, no. Okay, all right. Well, first round's on sheriff. All right, fuck it. Hops on table. Stiffs. Fucking weirdos.
But yeah, you order a round of drinks for yourselves. You're taking a moment to celebrate your victory here, or at least, figuring out finally at least where your home is. And
I'm drinking
there's this
baby.
Rumbling in the earth, you feel that. I mean, you guys have been hanging out for about an hour or so, drinking, talking, eating some food or whatever. You do feel like there's almost like a slight rumble in the earth. And you can see some of the patrons are also like responding to like a very mild but still noticeable like earthquake. There's like a little bit of concern that washes over everybody's faces briefly, but after that, after a few moments, the rumbling does subside.
That was weird.
You hear some gasps from outdoors in the street.
I didn't do it.
Someone carry me outside to investigate.
I mean, I can. It's just not going to be very impressive.
All right.
Why not? Hop up. Like,
dude,
Marsh
I was
just puts
gonna
his
say
arms
it.
out.
Oh my god.
Fucking, oh yeah, dude, I'm piggybacking this motherfucker right now.
The March Uppies. Yeah.
The March
It is
Uppies,
just a
which are
piggyback
like
ride.
about
It's just a
18
piggyback
inches of
ride.
Uppies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just don't
a
wanna
thin
get stepped
layer
on,
of
you know?
grease stains the back of your shirt or whatever you're wearing, March.
These things happen.
We'll call it grease, so it's not weird.
Unstoppable.
You
we
two
go outside. Oh yeah.
You can see a few people pointing up into the sky in the distance. There is what appears to be this, like, you can see the top of that, like, ziggurat that you were in, right? That reliquary. And it's like, it's diamond shaped. There's also, like, it pyramids down to the bottom as well. It is just this diamond shaped, like, structure, like, rising into the air, like, in the distance. Like, it's small, but it's still large enough that you can make it out. And you can see that there's this beam of light like emanating from beneath it. And after a few moments of it rising further, it then just goes poof, it disappears into the night sky.
I would have immediately taken a picture of that.
Yeah, you know how I said I didn't do that? Yeah, I was being modest. I absolutely did that.
The second I saw that thing, I would be like, Sheriff's gonna love this. And I'm gonna take a picture of it, bro.
What was that? Oh my goodness. Never seen anything like that.
Pretty cool, right? How you doing?
Some kind of alien ship? It didn't look like any of our things.
Florgthak's flying basement.
Take care, nerd. Heads back into bar, tries again. Drinks on us!
Furiously writes down side arc idea.
Yes, very much. And so,
with that, we close the curtain on our intrepid heroes here as they make preparations for rescue, perhaps, or whatever other surprises may lay in wait for them out in space and at this floating Vegas.
The evil laugh.
what?
But, it's time for me, Francesco, to take a nice breather as the DM and, resume control of just one character and, hand the DM mantle off to, as we do, right, to another. And I think this time, though, as I take this crown off my head, I hand it not to Dave. No. Nay. Instead, I bestow this crown to Sebastian.
Oh,
we're
God,
gonna have
the evil
so
laugh.
much fun.
Oh.
Thank you.
But until next time, folks, if you like us, you can find us on the internet. We're on many places, but really those places, well, they're on links that grow on a tree of links. That is our link tree. That's linktr.ee/hapless where there's a whole manner of links on there, of which, though, you will find what we consider to be the crown jewel of our internet presence, and really the main place that we do any hanging out on the internet at all, and that's our Discord server. We encourage you to join the conversation, be a part of this ever-growing community of other D&D nerds or other creatives and all the people who have gathered in this space to share a variety of things about a variety of topics. We encourage you to take part in that discussion yourself. Now, say you want to maybe have more of a one-sided discussion, maybe in the form of like a review or a YouTube comment or something. Well, hey, you could do that, as we would welcome you to leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice, or as I mentioned already in passing, that you could like and subscribe to us on YouTube and maybe comment on one of the episodes or something, and we'll sift through the well-designed interface of YouTube Studio to find those comments and acknowledge you on the air as the 5-star human being that you are. And listen, maybe your love runs deeper than that. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, I just wish that there was more ways in which I could shower these people with my affection, maybe in a monetary fashion. Well, guess what? You could do that too. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/haplessheroes. $5 a month gets you essentially access to all of our behind-the-scenes audio, bloopers, and things like that we've collected over the many years, bonus episodes, and other things that are more out-of-character content that we're funneling through there. We encourage you to take a look, see if the rewards are ready for you, and all of that money goes right back into making this show the ad-free entertainment that you so crave. And we know that Seb's about to take over as the DM here for a short little stint, but if you can't get enough of his antics, he also has another show he has just launched, another actual play podcast, We Together Gaming.
We Together Gaming on all platforms, our social medias and stuff. And if you really want to get into it, join the Hapless Discord, because weird communities have merged into one homogenous, beautiful community, and you can find us both in pretty much
Yeah,
both
we're talking
places.
in both servers. We're hanging. We're just chatting it up everywhere. So, go find him, show him some love and support, and
Love you,
stay
moi.
tuned for whatever horrors he's about to inflict upon us for a short period of time. Anyway, that's all we have to really say at this present moment in time. So I'm going to go ahead and outro my cast for the last time before I join them as a cast member myself. On my virtual right, we had Lewis as Lev Zangief.
My name is Lev, and I can't wait for not June to be here.
Sebastian is Chum Daloon.
Until next time.
Oh,
What? Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
Oh, I'm glad we're going to a casino. I've been saving my quarters.
Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzboar.
I don't really have any money to spend, but I certainly do like games.
And Dave as March.
I don't even think they're going to let me on there, to be honest.
And I'm Francesco. I've been, for the last time until the next time, I've been your host and DM. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
I...
Bye.